Bitcoin has been staying sideways for this whole entire week. We came out of a sideways range during the weekend. We thought we were going to get a move, and we have not. We have been staying fully sideways. We have gone nowhere this whole week. Now, even though Bitcoin has not done nothing yet, we still can have some quite relevant information in which we're going to use to do our trading. So in this video, I'm going to show you what points are interesting, what the price has actually done, because on the 4-hour time frame, we have done actually something quite relevant. Okay, so without saying more, let's get straight into this video. First off, I'm going to start off maybe on the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to turn on our smart oscillator, which is a really nice relative strength index. What can we see? So in case you didn't know, the price of an asset, okay, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's any sort of asset, is going to make a correction either in price, okay, so there's a price difference, or in time. Okay, in this case, Bitcoin did a correction in price, and then now we're doing a correction in time. That's another thing that the price could do, and it did do it. The oscillator on the 4-hour time frame was going up, and we have not moved. Okay, we have been staying on this channel. The bottom side of last weekend's channel has been served, has been using as the top side of our current channel. Okay, we were just about to grab this liquidity. We have got an order block around here, which I will talk about in just a second, and we have not hit them yet. Okay, so I know there's a lot of traders that are going crazy, that are eager to press the little trigger button to buy, sell. I'm not going to try guess if we're going up or if we're going down. What I'm going to do is, I've personally been trading this like you should in the 15-minute time frame, and even on the 1-hour time frame when I could, and then I'm just going to be waiting either here or either here. I'm not going to try play wizard. I'm not going to try find out which way the price is going to go, because Donald Trump can just drop one stupid news and then just make it go either one way or the other. Okay, so let's see. I'm now going to turn on our indicators, which, by the way, you can use for free, and I'm actually making a free course in which you can learn exactly every single thing when it comes to trading, as well as how to use these indicators. So I'm going to turn on the smart trend, which is the one that we use the most, and we can see something quite good, okay, which is going to be that on the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin, this move up wasn't up to a random level. This gray line is a tweaked out exponential moving average, okay, on the 50 time frames, and we've hit it. We were overbought, and in theory now we should start getting a reaction down. Also worth mentioning, I'm now going to turn on our order blocks indicator, which is going to show me where we have some order blocks. We have hit a 4-hour order block. Okay, so in theory, this should be the start of a bit of a move down. Now, there's more to it. Okay, do I think now the price of Bitcoin is going to come crashing down? Not really. Why? Let's look at the liquidity on the 1-week time frame. We've got some liquidity created roughly at 75,700. Okay, because we're obviously in a sideways channel, we have got liquidity here and liquidity here. Why? Well, because people do this. They go long and place their stop loss just below the recent lows, and then they do the exact same thing, just upside down. They go short and they place their stop loss just above these recent highs. So, if we look at this is the whole channel in which we have been trading. Look at the liquidity. It's above this channel, it's below this channel. So what do we have above and below these channels? just below it, exactly at 75,800, which is where we have a bunch of liquidity, we have got an order block. We've got a 4-hour order block, as well as this recent low, which there's going to be some liquidity there for us to grab as well. So having said that, I do think we could now be getting a move down to here, grab some liquidity, and then get a move back up. Back up to where? Back up to grab this liquidity that we have got here. We could potentially hit this fair value gap, and then now I'm going to show you what my slightly bigger target is, a more refined target. I'm now going to go on the 8-hour time frame, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to be waiting for Bitcoin if the price goes up. I'm going to trace a Fibonacci retracement from this whole impulsive phase down, and you can see how the 0.618 level is sitting, well, and the 0.5 level is sitting very nicely with a 4-hour gap, an 8-hour gap, and the exponential moving average. Okay, so this whole area, which is literally where we have got some liquidity there at 78,600, that's exactly where I'm going to be looking for Bitcoin, just above these recent highs, which was previous weekend, where the 0.5 level is, where the 8-hour exponential moving average is, and where the 8-hour gap is. That's where I'm waiting for Bitcoin. Bit of a bigger move. On the downside, we have got an 8-hour gap, an 8-hour order block, and the 8-hour smart trend. The smart trend on the 8-hour time frame is green. What does that mean? That means that if we get a nice place, and if it carries on being green, we could be looking for a long position. Okay, that's my point of view. That's what I'm going to be trading like. Now let's zoom in and let me give you a really quick analysis of what the price should be doing if we want to carry on using this channel, which, to be fair, in really low time frames, the 15 minutes and the 1-hour time frame, this has been quite nice. This has been quite a nice and easy to trade channel. Okay, so I'm going to trace a fixed range volume profile of this whole little channel. We are currently, we've been very nicely trading in the value area. We have just come crashing down to the point of control, had a little wick down to the value area low, and it looks like we could now just be going back inside it. So what am I going to be paying really close attention to? On the 1-hour time frame, this value area. Okay, if we lose it, we start closing candles outside it, we might even get a retest, and if on the retest we keep on moving out, that means that we could be aiming a little bit lower, which is we could be going below these recent lows, where we have got the 4-hour gap, as well as the not the 4-hour gap, the 4-hour order block, as well as the 4-hour smart trend. Okay, so that's the really small things to keep an eye out for. Okay, let's move on really quickly to Ethereum, where we're gonna see the exact same thing. We actually got given a really nice divergence there, which, yes, the price hasn't moved much. You did still get a 3% move. That's all right. Okay, considering the price has not moved a lot, that's not a bad move. Exactly the same scenario as Bitcoin. I'm not going long, I'm not going short, I'm not a wizard, I'm not going to try see where the price is going. I'm going to wait for it either around here or just a bit lower, depending on what Bitcoin does. Okay, what I wouldn't be shocked is that on the Sunday night some crazy news drop, or on the Monday morning, and then we start having our move. Okay, we've had a correction in time rather than in price, and we have been staying in the exact same thing as Bitcoin. Okay, so really similar reading. If you want to do this on your own trading view, go on the 1-hour time frame, trace a fixed range volume profile of this whole thing, and you're just going to see the exact same thing. The price has magically come crashing down to the value area low, and we could now just be around this area. Now, important thing I've just realized as well is we have got an order block. How do we want to react to order blocks? An order block, we want to react and get a big reaction. Okay, we do not want to see what the price is doing. We don't want to get really close to the order block, not get reaction, just do nothing. That's not good news. Okay, this means looking at the 1 hour time frame on its own, we could be getting a move down because we are not reacting to this order block. Okay, that's my vision, that's my point of view. You might think that I'm wrong. I don't really care. This is what I'm seeing with my indicators. This is where I'm going to be putting my own money, and that's it. Okay, this is not financial advice in any way, shape or form. This is just me basically saying what I'm seeing. Okay, having said that, thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to make a video tomorrow since it's Saturday, but on Sunday I will be making one. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on Sunday.